Hello everyone, and welcome to InfoBridgeIndia. Today, we're introducing IB Civil, a smart quantity surveying application designed to make your civil estimation and quantity takeoff work faster, easier, and more organized. From drawings to calculations, and from quantities to final reports, IB Civil brings your essential QS workflow together in one place. So, let's get started and see how IB Civil works. Now let's take a quick look at the IB Civil dashboard. From here, you can access different quantity surveying tools, such as concrete, brickwork, plaster, paint, flooring, steel, excavation, formwork, blockwork, backfilling, and unit converter. For this demonstration, let's open the concrete calculator. Inside the concrete calculator, we can choose different work types such as slab, beam, column, footing, PCC, staircase, or custom concrete. For this example, I'll select slab. Let's assume our slab dimensions are length 5 meters, width 4 meters, thickness 150 millimeters, which is 0.15 meters. Quantity 1. Now, IB Civil calculates the concrete volume using the basic formula: length multiplied by width multiplied by thickness multiplied by quantity. So in this example, 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 0.15 gives us 3 cubic meters of concrete. If we select 5% wastage, the application adds the wastage automatically. So the final required concrete quantity becomes approximately 3.15 cubic meters. You can also select the required concrete mix, such as M20, depending on your project requirement. This is only one simple example. In the same way, IB Civil provides separate tools for brickwork, plaster, paint, flooring, steel, excavation, formwork, blockwork, backfilling, and unit conversion. Each tool is designed with the required inputs and calculation logic for that particular construction activity. So instead of manually remembering every formula, you can simply choose the required tool, enter your measurements, and get the calculated quantity quickly and clearly. Next, let's take a quick look at construction rates. Here, you can save the current material and labor rates separately for each project. First, select your project. Then, choose the currency you want to work with. IB Civil allows you to select the appropriate currency based on your project location. After that, you can enter your current material and labor rates under different categories, such as general materials, earthwork, and foundation, concrete, and other construction works. These saved rates are used along with your calculated quantities to estimate the project cost. So, when market rates change, you can simply update them here and keep your project estimate accurate and up to date. Now let's move to the main part of IB Civil, the QS project workflow. To start, open the Projects section and create a new QS project. For this example, I'm creating a project called Cheyenne Villa. Next, select the drawing floor. Here, I've selected the ground floor. Then upload the floor drawing as a PDF and start the PDF scan. IB Civil will scan the drawing and try to identify the floor information automatically. After scanning, the app shows details such as the detected floor, drawing type, floor height, built-up area, rooms, doors, windows, ventilators, and other visible drawing information. At this stage, verification is very important. The app can detect many details automatically, but depending on the drawing quality, some information may need confirmation. For example, room names, room dimensions, door marks, window marks, ventilators, or other openings may appear as needs verification. You can review each detected item, edit it if required, remove incorrect items, or confirm the information. If any detail is missing from the PDF or cannot be detected clearly, you can enter that information manually. In this example, I've already entered and verified the required details for the Cheyenne Villa ground floor. So when you use your own drawing, you should review the scanned information and enter the correct values based on your project. Once the drawing verification is complete, save and continue. Next, IB Civil opens the QS project settings. Here, you can choose the measurement system, such as metric or imperial, and confirm your main floor information. Then, you can configure the structural and finishing inputs required for the quantity calculations. This includes items such as slab type and thickness, concrete grade, steel grade, column schedule, beam schedule, doors, windows and ventilators, wall and blockwork details, plaster settings, flooring finishes, and wastage percentages. These values should be entered based on your actual project specification and drawing. After saving the QS inputs, IB Civil takes you to the QS modules section. Here, the project is divided into individual quantity modules such as slab, beams, columns, blockwork, plaster, flooring, and wall tiles. Some modules may already be ready from the information collected earlier, while other modules may still require additional input. From here, we can open each module, complete the required information, and build the full quantity takeoff step by step. Once all the required QS module inputs are completed, including the L-shaped staircase details, we can continue to the next stage. IB Civil now creates the floor work list. Here, all the construction activities are arranged in a practical work sequence. For example, we have column works, beam and slab works, staircase works, masonry works, plaster works, and the remaining floor activities. For this demonstration, I'll open only column works. The quantities we calculated earlier are already connected to this work section. Now, we can review the work details and complete the required steps. There's also an option to add and save site images with the work. This is useful for maintaining visual records of the actual work completed on site. When images are added, they stay connected with that work record and can also appear in the final PDF report. So, along with the quantity information, you can maintain supporting site images as part of your project documentation. For this demonstration, let's complete the column work. Once the work is completed, IB Civil generates a detailed work summary. Here, you can review the source information, saved inputs, calculated quantities, material requirements, rates, amounts, and other available QS details. After reviewing the summary, select Save Complete QS to Reports. Now, let's move to the Reports section. This is where your completed work reports are stored and organized under the respective project name. As you can see, under Cheyenne Villa, our completed column works report is now available. Let's open it. The work report provides the detailed QS information for that particular activity. You can review the quantities, calculation basis, materials, rates, amounts, and the supporting information available for the work. At the bottom, you have options to save PDF or share PDF. This means you can save the report to your device and use it whenever required, and this is not limited to column works. In the same way, you can complete and generate individual reports for the other construction activities in your project. This gives you the flexibility to maintain work-wise QS reports throughout the project. Once all the required works and floors are completed, IB Civil can also bring the project information together for the complete project reporting workflow. You also have the overall Villa BOQ. BOQ means Bill of Quantities. In simple terms, a BOQ brings together the different construction work items, their quantities, and the available costing information into an organized project summary. So instead of checking every individual calculation separately, the overall Villa BOQ gives you a consolidated view of the project. IB Civil also supports different villa stages, such as foundation, ground floor, first floor, second floor, and third floor or terrace. This allows the project to be developed stage by stage instead of putting everything into one calculation. And at any time, you can quickly check the project progress percentage from the project dashboard and the main dashboard, so you can clearly see what has been started, what has been completed, and what still needs to be done. IB Civil is not just a collection of simple construction calculators. The main idea is to create a connected quantity surveying workflow, starting from your drawing, moving through verification and QS inputs, calculating individual work quantities, tracking the work, and finally creating organized reports and a complete BOQ. And this is only the current foundation of IB Civil. In the future, the platform can grow with more advanced features such as camera-based measurement, smarter drawing processing, additional automation, and AI-assisted QS support. Our goal is simple: make quantity surveying faster, more organized, and easier to manage from one place. This is IB Civil by InfoBridgeIndia. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, subscribe to InfoBridgeIndia for more practical business, technology, and construction solutions. See you in the next video.